Today, I'm going to show you how to do a getting up off the floor, either learning how to do it really, really well and very functionally, or just to practice it actually, because it's a really good strengthening exercise and obviously extremely functional. We need to be able to feel safe to be on the floor and get back up. And it's very scary for a lot of people because if you have to get down and pick something up and go deep and they have to get down, that's not natural to them. And it's like they're worried about their back or where their position is or their hip tension or whatever ailment that is your problem. It involves a lot of areas. So I want you to think of a few things as you're doing this. Eventually, you kind of essentially start in kind of a lunge position. So everybody can get into a lunge position where they're bent at their knee and their hip. And what you think about is you're going to go down, kind of like you're in an elevator, okay? Or you can go a little bit forward, that's fine too. So it's either straight down and then into the forward position, or you just kind of fold yourself down. Use your hands if you need it, and control gently down onto the knee, okay? You kind of do a little bit of the same thing on the way back up, but you really have to think about going forward on this one, not up. Even though you're going up, I want you to think going forward. The big things are getting yourself ready to do it. So when I go to get up, I make sure my toes on the back leg are curled under because I'm going to use them. I'm going to use them to push down into the floor. I'm going to make sure that my hands are comfortable where they are. So I don't really love having to look for a chair. We're hopefully past that if I'm giving you this video. You got to put your hands here or just put them to your side, what is most comfortable for you. This gives you support. People feel safe doing that. When you're going to go towards the front wall. You're not going up, okay? So I get my toes ready, and then I'm going to push as if I'm going forward. You see how far forward my nose just went? I'll go back a little bit so you can see a little better in the video. But I bend at my hip, I push it down. Everything goes down to the ground, so you move away from the ground. And I go forward, and then I eventually come back into that straight line. But I went really forward, so it's going to look like this. I take the step back, I lower down, gently land. I then go to get up, I push forward, and see how far forward my nose went? It almost went out of the screen. It might have actually gone out of the screen on this one. So I'm going to do that again. I'll do the other leg. So you're here, you have your hands supporting, you gently lower down, knee and hip, especially hip. You'll forget about that one, half to bend. I don't have my toes flat, I curl them under, I put my hands forward, and I go towards the front wall. It's a really great exercise just to practice, because if you do it maybe 4 or 5 times a day on each leg, the pattern will be so natural to you, and it'll take away a lot of the fear of getting up from the floor. It's also just a really good exercise if you're already strong and you have weights in your hand, and you control down, and then you switch. I switch my leg and I go forward. And imagine if I had 5-pound weights or 8-pound weights or 10-pound weights. I get really tiring. Control down, and I switch the legs only because it adds a little bit of balance, a little bit of thought in there. Or I can go the other way. So I have weights in my hands, I switch, my nose goes forward, I push through that front leg. The front leg is the mover here. Back leg supports it, but the front leg is the real strengthener there.